and we're back on Liquid Lunch today with our guest, Sophia Zoe, energy therapist. Glad to have you with us.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
So I'm just going to start out by telling the audience a little bit about what the energy therapy is all about. Can you please tell us that?
Okay. Energy therapy has to do with using your body's electromagnetic field. Okay, so we don't stop at our skin. Our body extends out beyond our skin, and a lot of us don't know that. But for those people who can see the energy field, it's really obvious. And often children can see the energy field, and then they sort of lose that as they're told, no, that's your imagination. So an energy therapist uses that field, because what I have found is there's always a disturbance in the energy field before it actually hits the body. And so I really believe that if everyone had a healing once a week, we'd rarely get sick. All right. So a lot of this is based in ancient Indian and ancient Chinese medical treatments, medical systems. It's very new to the Western world, so it's still a bit weird. It's very weird, in fact. But I came across it when I was about 15, and I've been fascinated ever since.
Now, did you have the natural ability to kind of see these things beforehand, the auras or the energy fields?
I just had the curiosity.
So then, did you learn techniques that you can do that?
Yes. I went to university for a music degree and a drama degree. And at the tail end of my drama degree, I was sneaking out of film classes to go to healing courses at the Holistic Center. This is in Hamilton. And so I actually put more time and money and effort into my energy healing than I did in my 2 degrees combined.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is very learnable.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And who do you typically work with?
It's getting more broad. Generally, pretty much everybody now. For a long time, it was mostly women, probably 25 to 50. And I'm really happy to say it's branching out. I have more and more men coming now.
So what would be a reason one would want to have an energy reading? What could be going on in their life, for example?
Okay, people don't come for readings. They come for healings.
Okay,
just to clarify. And during the healing, I do assess. Okay, I don't diagnose. I'm not a doctor. I just like to say that up front. So I can never diagnose. I can only sense where there might be some congestion, a disturbance, that kind of thing. So I can recommend you might have your doctor look at this area. So people generally come, if it's for a physical issue, it can be anything from multiple sclerosis to migraines. Really, just anything. Because if you look at, if you use a holistic model, it doesn't really matter where the pain is. There's often an emotional root to it, and so I deal with the emotions that can cause illness as well. That's a big part of it. And having said that, a lot of people come and they don't have anything physical going on. It's all emotional. So whether it's abuse issues from way back, or you're going through divorce, or you hate your job and you don't know how to get out of it, so I help you get unstuck.
Okay, so also if they had been in a car accident or something of this nature too, I guess you could help with that.
Of course.
Okay, Sophia.
Yes.
I have a little surprise for you today.
Yes, what?
The audience knows, but you don't. I know that in our conversations you mentioned that you also do some energy readings or aura readings. So the producers and I found someone who would to call in to get that. I hope you don't mind.
Oh,
we're going to take that call right now.
Wait a sec. I need to verify, Sophia, that you don't know about this.
I have no idea who's on the line.
Okay. All right. Okay, good. That's good enough for me.
No pressure. We just want to do a live demo here.
I've done it before. I'm not scared.
So what we're before I hit the button and we take the caller. So you're able to assess energetically somebody over the phone too?
Yes, we do that in distant healing. A lot of healers are able to do that.
Like, is this the kind of thing, Adam, you familiar with Adam Dream Healer?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Exactly, it's just like that.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Okay, caller. Hi, we got you on the air. Welcome.
Hello?
Hello, caller.
Hello?
Hi there.
Welcome to Liquid Lunch.
I'm calling about the energy scan.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Hi, what's your name?
Yeah.
Jillian.
Jillian. Hi, Jillian.
Hi.
This is Sophia Zoe. Have we met?
No, I'm a friend of Fleur's.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Okay. All right. So you're the volunteer then for this energy scan, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll tell you how it works. I just need you to be relaxed, and I'm just going to tune into you. Can you just let me know where you're located?
I'm in an apartment building.
What city are you in?
Oh, in Toronto. I'm sorry.
You're in Toronto. Okay. Okay. So your name is Jillian, and how old are you, Jillian?
47.
Okay. All right. So just give me a moment, and I'll have a look. Okay. So when I do this, Jillian, are you all right there? Can you settle? Can you just be settled?
Jillian. Hello? Jillian.
Yes.
Okay. Just have a seat. Don't move around.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. All right. So when I pick things up, it can be from physical to emotional to something they're hoping for. Whatever the field reveals to me, I sort of don't have control of that. Okay. But Jillian, just to reassure you, if I pick up anything extremely personal, I will not say it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what I'm getting is I'm seeing the back of your body, and I see redness from the left shoulder going a little bit, curving into your waist and going to your hip. So whenever I see red areas, that tells me there's some issue or condition there. Can you verify that?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's something going on from your shoulder to your hip on the left side?
Yep.
Okay. And would you like to share what it is?
Well, I'm a letter carrier, so
Oh.
I have a lot of, I'm carrying 35 pounds of mail.
Oh, I see. Is that what you're
Yeah.
doing right now?
Yeah, well, I have it on me, but I'm sitting down.
Okay. All right. Well, it's not funny. So you need to switch sides. You need to balance that. So
Okay.
Because you've really overstressed the left side. The other thing I'm picking up is a yappy little dog by your right foot. So do you have a dog, or is there one that bothers you, that yaps at you?
There is on another floor, but not on this one.
Okay. All right. And I see in the front of you, near the right, there's a beautiful green color, like green grass. It's just a gorgeous green. And green always represents healing and balance and all good things. So I think you have the potential for that. Unless you might also be planning a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything specific you'd like to ask about?
Do you see me changing careers?
I'm seeing that left side of you being pulled to the left and back. It's almost like you're a bit stuck, and I think it'll be difficult without some sort of help on your own. I think it'll be a real struggle to change careers. But it's not impossible. It's doable. You just need some, I don't know if it's career counseling or skill optimizing. So you need some help in order to be able to do that.
Okay.
All right. Okay, and I think you have, I see some stars and a little bird flying around your head, and to me that represents a great idea. Do you have a business idea?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Well, I think you should go for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Go for that. So get the help you need for that business idea to take off.
Okay.
And then I think that green, that green aura I saw, that's more in the future. So that'll give you the ability to take all the vacations you like and feel more balanced.
Okay.
All All right. Is there anything else?
Do you see me living in another country?
No, I see you going west.
Western Canada?
Yes. Not British Columbia west, a little east of British Columbia.
Calgary?
Somewhere in the middle towards the west.
That's where you want to be anyway, because I understand when the Earth changes come in 2012, Alberta's a good. East of the Rockies is a very geologically stable.
And
zone.
that's why Calgary's growing the way it is.
Oh.
It's going to
Yeah.
be the new Toronto.
I don't know about that. I was there this summer, I'll tell you. They got a ways to go.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Thank you very much for calling, Jillian.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
And
Jillian,
good
all the
luck.
best. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, that was pretty good. See, you proved that was amazing.
Well, it's just reading the field, just tuning in to someone and seeing what comes up. We're all, I was going to say we're all psychic. It's true. The word psychic is, tainted. But it has, I was never had the intent to be able to do that. But just when you start working with people's bodies, you start to feel the energy, and then you can anticipate what you're going to feel. It just develops. And soon you can do it, from across the globe.
Does that mean we have the capability of changing our energy flow
Oh, absolutely.
through our thoughts?
Through our thoughts, through exercises. On my website, I have some energy exercises that are good to do every day. So, yeah, you definitely have to have a good flow. Basically, think of yourself as a tube, and you want energy to flow in from the top, go through you, and flow out the bottom of your feet. Okay, so that's
Is
when
that
you're,
the optimum state to achieve
Yes.
perfect health
yes,
and balance?
And wherever there's a congestion, where the energy doesn't flow, that's where you have pain.
I see.
Now, this is kind of radical. It's kind of radical from the point of view of our traditional Western
I know.
model of
I know.
whatever. But what is? And yet it is real. Things like acupuncture have been accepted here in the West, and the concepts of chi energy and
Yes.
stuff. And of course, there's Chinese medicine.
Acupuncture is energy healing.
Yeah.
It's just that there's something material that you see. You see the needles.
Mm-hmm.
But for instance, I do a vibrational form of acupuncture called emotional freedom techniques. And that's where you just tap on those acupuncture points.
Right.
So a lot of them are located on the face
Yeah.
and the fingers and the torso. So we don't put needles in, so it's much more convenient. Anyone can learn how to do it.
Right. Okay. So.
What's a typical session with you like? So it would be about an hour, right?
About an hour.
Well, can you just sort of walk through the process with us?
Oh, well, it depends what you're coming for. No two sessions are alike, truly. You get what you need. Since I have a whole bunch of tricks in my energetic toolbox, I use what you need that day.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's some essential oils or some EFT, as I mentioned, or Reiki or therapeutic touch, it's never a cookie cutter session.
Well, that's why it's so interesting. You have a giveaway today for 1 hour session worth it is $100.
Yes.
And it's a phone session, correct?
It can be phone or video Skype, which works amazingly well.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
for the first caller in here at 416-204-9723, 1 hour session with
Yes.
Sophia.
And there'll be a second giveaway for anyone who subscribes to my newsletter by tomorrow morning. I will have a draw for subscribers. And I know who subscribed. I get the notice.
Okay, so where can they go for your...
For the subscription to the newsletter, they go to www.sophiazoe.com. That's SOPHIAZOE.com.
Okay. I got a question. Well, first of all, where are you based? Where do you work from?
I'm in Toronto,
Okay.
and I'm actually looking for new office space. If anyone has any leads for a nice clinic, let me know. In the meantime, I'm making house calls and doing it over the phone, by Skype, and at a distance as well.
Oh, so that's very convenient.
Yes.
Now, how does it work? I mean, what is the mechanism? I mean, that's probably the wrong word. But for example, actually, somebody did a healing on me the other day. I really think it worked. And I had a bit of trouble with my knees, and my knees are a lot better now.
Very good.
But I mean, what is happening there exactly? What's happening
To cause you trouble
to
with
do
your knees.
to fix the problem?
To fix the problem.
We are babies in our comprehension of how energy works. We really don't have a clue. We just have a few theories. Do you know what? We're discovering that when you do this, that happens. And so the mechanism, it's invisible. It's hard to measure. We just know that we can affect each other and ourselves. You can actually do self-healing as well. Intent has a lot to do with it. Okay, so if you intend to help someone, it kind of works like prayer. When you pray for someone to have an easier time or to get over their grief or what have you, it doesn't matter where that person is in the world, the positive intent, the compassion of your prayer gets to them. So the healing energy is the same way. Now, having said that, as a healer, we're trained that we can't be attached to the outcome. So you might have a migraine and I really want to help you, but I can't think like that. I just have to think that I have to bring your energy into balance and flow, and your body will heal itself. Okay? Because we don't know if it's actually coming from something wrong in your head, right? Could be you have a parasite in your tailbone and it's affecting, and it's giving you migraines. So we can't be arrogant enough to presume to know what the problem really is. So my intent is always to bring the field into balance and flow.
Okay.
Which would, because they say if our body is working optimally, it can deal with, it can heal itself,
Exactly.
right? So if you've got a virus in your tailbone, but if your body's operating optimally, it will be able to
expel it. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So if I just focus on your head, I might actually give you a worse headache because I think you need your head adjusted, or So.
Have you had the opportunity to? I mean, we were mentioned Adam Dreamhealer earlier, and he's a very well known example in Canada.
I've gone to some of his workshops.
Yeah. Is he totally amazing or what?
He is amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing. What he's basically doing is therapeutic touch at a distance.
And he was the one who Ronnie Hawkins, who had cancer, and he's, I guess, better now.
Yeah.
And he worked with Adam Dreamhealer. Adam Dreamhealer helped Ronnie Hawkins.
Yes.
It's a well-known case. Have you had the opportunity to work with, somebody who's really suffering from some serious illness like that?
I have. So I had a woman who, for 2 years, had not slept through the night from pain, and she was walking with a cane for 2 years. She had MS, and had not been able to work. She came for one session, and the next day she did not need her cane, and she slept through the night for the first time. I mean, it's dramatic. I'm constantly surprised by the results that occur. Because it just seems unbelievable. Sometimes I say a testimonial and I think I'm lying. I think, am I exaggerating? And I check my notes again, and it's always true.
Yeah.
Two of the most dramatic testimonials happened on the same day. It's funny, doctors will say this too, and nurses or other therapists, that sometimes they'll get a collection of the same symptomology in different people that come really close together.
Right.
So it was a Tuesday morning, and my 9 o'clock appointment was a 22-year-old young woman who came because she was being severely stalked by an ex-boyfriend. It was texts and messages and drive-bys and emails.
Now that doesn't sound like a health-related issue.
But
right?
she was in turmoil,
Yeah.
and there were no threats, so the police couldn't help her. And she just said, "I'm going crazy. I don't know what to do. My life is not my own. I can't be mobile and comfortable." And I said, "Well, we'll do a trauma clearing technique called beam therapy, BEAM, and that clears trauma at the cellular level." Because I explained to her, all you can do is change yourself. You can't change anyone else. So if we clear up your energy field, you will literally be a different person, and you may not have those victim vibes that the boyfriend is attracted to. So we cleared 3 issues with beam therapy. And I think one was relationships and abandonment and betrayal. I think those were the 3. And she went off. And, in my mind, I secretly prayed that after about 8 sessions, she might see a difference. The next appointment, same thing, 22-year-old young woman, being stalked by an ex-boyfriend.
The same age,
same day, back-to-back appointments.
same problem.
Yeah, same problem. I explained the whole thing to her. She had 3 different, it's not always 3, by the way, it just happened to be three different issues that she had to clear. They both came back the next Tuesday for their appointment, and they each said that all communication from the boyfriends had stopped the hour they were with me.
Wow.
That's all it took. So the one girl said, you solved my problem. Thank you very much. I won't be back. And then the other one came for a while because she realized she had other issues to clear up. And then I heard back from one of them 9 months later. She said, guess what? My boyfriend left me a voicemail. He sounded completely sane and normal. And he said, hi, there's mail here for you. I'll leave it on the porch. Pick it up when you want.
That's weird.
It's completely bizarre.
We do not know how that works. Like, that doesn't make sense from a cause and effect, rational, scientific point of view.
I understand it as this. If you have some past emotional trauma, it's in your energy field. You're broadcasting it. So they had, as we informally called them, victim vibes. So they were attracting people who would make them feel more like victims. And once that was cleared, they weren't attractive anymore. Right? They were too strong or too different, and the boyfriends lost interest.
Wow.
So it sounds like that really opens up a whole bunch of other problems that not just healing, but
it
other
doesn't have to be
kinds-
physical.
No, what other, having said that, what would maybe some of those other kind of problems be that you could help people with?
Sexual abuse. I see a lot of people who've suffered that, which is still all too prevalent. Excuse me. Finding out you're adopted, or even if you think, just a lot of times adults feel they've been okay with it, and then it kind of hits them later on. Of course, infidelity, betrayal, feeling like you haven't lived your best life, you haven't self-actualized, knowing that you could be better and you just don't know how to get unstuck. So that comes up a lot.
Do you ever have, run into people that you're not able to help or that don't have results?
I've run into people who don't really want the help. People who've been forced to come because their partner or mother or somebody said, you go see Sophia or you're out of here. And so, they're not interested. So that's happened twice. And,
What can you
I do my best and wish them well. What can I do?
All right. The briefing I got from Janette earlier, she mentioned that you might have some 2011 predictions.
Oh,
Is that?
well, I'm not really a fortune teller,
No,
but
I know.
In terms of energetically,
Yes,
Energetically.
energetically.
Yes, it's funny because I was thinking about this morning, and then I turned on the radio.
Yeah, we were just chatting about that in the opening about how, there's so many predictions that 2012 was going to be the year to end all years, and that 2011, year of prosperity, live it up now. And I mean, in the news every day we're seeing, reflections of all these supposed catastrophes happening with Australia, with Brazil, So that is what I asked the question in reference to. What are your predictions for 2011?
Globally, like that?
Or just in general, what do you think is going to happen?
Okay, I hadn't really thought of the catastrophes part. I was focused on something a little more positive, actually.
Great.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Positive.
What I have noticed and what I feel is emerging is feminine and masculine energies becoming broader, sort of like blossoming into each other. You know the yin-yang symbol? Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's a dot in the center of each of those big little paisley parts. Mm-hmm. It's almost like men and women are still the dots, but I feel them coming closer, like they're going to fill in that yin-yang symbol. I'm just...
the yin and yang are going to become more intertwined,
yes,
kind of thing?
There will be a better balance between male and female energies. Mm-hmm. And that's only a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say.
Yeah.
No, we have to understand each other and come together.
Yeah.
It can't be men from Mars, women from Venus all the time.
And what I've noticed with the people I've had come to me is the men are actually more sensitive than the women. You know, it's
Sweet.
really
Yeah.
swinging the other way.
That's sweet. That's good.
Yeah. So I think, you know, the global effects of that will be positive and more helpful in every area.
Yeah, you know what? I can really see that might be helpful if we could see that play out in government and government
Yeah.
decision making. We'd have probably stronger, healthier countries that are more stable,
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
with a lot less war, perhaps. and
Okay.
Turmoil.
Sophia, any final thoughts you want to leave us with then?
I'm just a real big proponent of holistic living
Yeah.
and, you know, being educated.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know a little bit about health and nutrition and a little bit about what's going on in the world. We can't be so focused on ourselves, you know.
And that's well said, because we are a me generation, but we're changing to a we generation.
Okay. And again, Sophia, if people want to get in touch with you, where do they go?
My website has all my contact information, so sophiazoe.com.
Yeah. Great. And people can sign up for your blog there.
Yes.
And you're going to be giving another, if they do that by tomorrow morning, they can get a package, right? Or-
They'll be put in a draw to receive a 1 hour session. And also when you subscribe, you get my free ebook, Energy Healing for Absolute Beginners.
Okay, that's great.
So-
And we had a couple of call-ins too, so you'll get those names after
Oh, great.
for
Okay.
your other giveaway. Thank you so much for coming in today.
On this frigid day.
It's
Yes.
great. No, but really a great conversation, and,
And
Thank
great
you.
to have met you and have had this conversation.
My
So,
pleasure.
All right,
And
so
we'll be right.
yeah, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Boris Cherniak
The incredible Boris.
right after this
Okay.
at channel.com. We'll be back.